Next up, we've got some very, very, very special speakers. It's the Camouflaged Learning TEDx speakers. You might know of them. They are kids that are going to be giving short TEDx speeches. So I want you guys to give a huge round of applause for Lily. Lily is going to be focusing on technology that's expanding creativity. Everybody, warm round of applause.
Thank you. Growing up, I've been surrounded by a generation that is very highly technology orientated. For example, I'm sure we all hear now and again that in the future we'll have flying cars, robots, self-cleaning products, etc. Technology has had a huge influence on me and the people who I'm surrounded by. So when I was asked to do a TED Talk, I wanted to talk about something that I have an interest in, and also something I share a bit of experience in as well. I'm going to be talking about technology expanding creativity. Technology expands our creativity on a daily basis. We just don't realize it. For example, have you ever realized that news articles and stories can be shared around the world in the space of a few seconds? This alone enlightens us about what's occurring in other parts of our planet. Technology broadens our mind about the world around us as billions of people share their lives via technology, and we can gain an insight into their cultures and the many wonders of our world. Technology allows people to access information about anything that interests them, as they have access to the billions of sources that technology has to offer. For someone not artistic in the slightest, I always felt art could only be done manually. Little did I know that due to technology, I'm able to download programs and apps that allow me to potentially produce amazing pieces of artwork. This leads me on to my next point. Technology enables people to take up so many more and intriguing hobbies. For example, I know so many people who take part in computer programming classes. This class allows creativity to expand and artistic skills to flourish. Many schools, including my own, hold classes like computer science. This class allows students to connect and learn about the increasing world of technology around them. So, in conclusion, technology is growing into a multi-billion-pound empire where we can only imagine what the future holds in terms of the digital world. New jobs are being opened that are involving more people to get involved in this industry like never before. So dream big, as believe me, technology is the future. Thank you for listening.
Guys, give it up for Lily. Our next Camouflage Learning TEDx speaker is Finn, and his unique angle is talking about how to inspire people to get into engineering and with engineering. So everybody, warm welcome applause for Finn.
Welcome, mate. Hello, everyone. I'm Finn, and I'm going to be talking to you today about engineering. Now, why am I talking to you about engineering? Well, ever since the age of 3, I was always a kid at the construction site, watching all the diggers work, watching the cement mixers turn and watch the mortar be made. But why? It wasn't the diggers I was fascinated with, it's how they work. Ever since then, I've been trying to fulfill my dream to become a professional engineer for a local engineering firm called East Solutions. How have I been doing this? Well, I've been doing this by starting my own little cycle repair firm. I've been repairing bikes for people, always trying to help out, always helping the neighbours and stuff. And the biggest change I made, I moved schools to a school called the UTCN, which offers all of the help and advice I need to become an engineer. It's an engineering school for young kids. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to make a bold statement here to all of the teenagers, all right? That's drop the controller. Now, what does drop the controller even mean? You'll probably just think I'm babbling on, but no, I'm not. Drop the controller means too many teenage kids are spending too much time in their room, in their own virtual world, playing their games, which leads them into a false sense of security. Because in the real world, when you're 50 foot up in the wind, trying to do welding or something, and it's blowing everywhere, there's no reset button for that. you're going to be spending hours trying to undo your work, and everyone's going to be laughing at you. Now, the famous maker, and from Mythbusters, and he also has a YouTube channel, Tested, Adam Savage, once said, the gateway drug to making is cardboard. Now, I think this is a really relevant point, because we have an abundance of cardboard. We have bins of cardboard. We should all be able to make something. No skill is obsolete. I think everyone should make something. It's a real life experience. So why am I talking to you about engineering? I will be the 3rd generation engineer in my family, and I really take this as a passion, because the engineers are the pioneers. The engineers make the world spin. The engineers solve problems and make solutions to problems you had. Engineers also solve problems for solutions you didn't even know you needed. The engineers make the world turn. The world needs engineers. The world needs you. Thank you.
Well done, that was incredible.
Thanks, mate.
Guys, give it up for Finn.
Cheers. Yeah.
That was amazing. Do you think it's too late for me to get into engineering? I like that Adam Savage Tested channel. It's really good. It's really inspiring to know that there are also YouTube channels that are inspiring kids to get into different careers. And there's a wide variety of different things that they can get into. Okay, so the next speaker is Tash. She's going to be speaking on building confidence. Warm round of applause.
Thank you. The people who know me are probably wondering how I ended up doing a TED Talk. And to be fair, I've been wondering the same thing. I haven't always been a particularly confident person, especially when it involves speaking to a group of people. But with a lot of practice and determination, I managed to make myself more confident. I've always believed that hopes and dreams are a big deal, no matter what they are. I mean, the fact that I'm here talking to all of you is proof that anyone can achieve anything if they put their mind to it. Now, I want you all to imagine working on something for 6 years of your life, only to be told by a successful businessman that your dreams are a complete waste of time and completely pointless. That was the position I was in 2 years ago. I have spent my entire life getting involved in music and taking any opportunity to perform that I can get. When I was in year 8, I was chosen to do a project with some of my friends. I was really excited, until I met our mentor. In our first meeting with each other, we each went around and named our favorite 3 subjects. Mine were music, English, and drama. He looked at me thoughtfully as if trying to work out what to say to me, and then he said, "If you really think that music will get you anywhere in life, you really are a gullible child." Being a high school student, I'm used to people trying to put me down, but I was shocked that someone who didn't even know me could be so quick to judge me. I remember going home that day wondering if he was right. Maybe I was wasting my time and should just do something more useful. I had all these negative thoughts flooding into my head, and I didn't want to think about it anymore, so I did the first thing I could think of. I walked into my music room, picked up a guitar, and started playing a song. By the end of the song, I'd remembered why I'd chosen music. Music was free and relaxing. It was my respite, and I wasn't prepared to let anyone take that away from me. Thank you. During the weeks of the project, I was asked to do a performance for another student in assembly. He was in the school that day, and he sat in on the assembly. All I felt was dread. But as I started playing the song, that dread turned into determination to prove him wrong, which then turned into confidence. At the end of the song, I felt very triumphant as I saw the look of shock on his face. He never mentioned it again. During this time, I learned 2 very important things, which I want to leave with all of you today. Firstly, you should never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. And secondly, never doubt yourself. As long as you make yourself appear confident, that will become real. Thank you.
Guys, could we get a standing ovation for all the Camouflaged learning TEDx speakers? That was incredible. Hey, do you guys want to come back up? Tash, you want to come back up?
We got. All right.
Guys. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much for speaking to us and giving up your precious time for us. You know, we've benefited from your experience and your contribution here. We are all walking away inspired, and thank you so much for helping us come to terms with a bunch of those topics. Matt, I actually want to speak to you now.
Hello.
Matt, you're head of Camouflage Learning. What is it about?
Well, the idea is that we give people a really good time, and then later they realise they've been tricked and they've learned loads of things. What we did with this project was kind of interesting.
Do you feel that way, guys?
Well, actually, I mean, what's really interesting about these three folks is they obviously have very different speeches and very different backgrounds and very different approaches, but the thing that unifies them all globally is that they did not want to do this. And that is what was fascinating to us, because what we thought we would do hand in hand with this year's theme of Dream Big is, because it's great to dream big, but it's just as important at the same time also to face your nightmares, because of course, if you face your nightmares...
That's a big dream to have,
Exactly.
to challenge your nightmares.
Well, absolutely, and they have challenged their nightmares. This is not a thing that they were prepared to do, and now thanks to our lovely partners Nico and the fact that the work we've been doing with them, all of the amazing hard work we've done, because let's face it, they could do this all along, they just didn't think they could.
So how long did it take for you guys from square one to get up here?
A week.
What? Yeah, what? That's amazing.
I forgot about it.
Finn is quite relaxed, that's his demeanour.
Okay.
It's sort of a Finn thing.
I've got a chronic fear of spiders, and I can't imagine getting over that fear in a week. So what you guys have done is phenomenal. So have you got anything more to say about Camouflaged Learning?
Well, you know what? This genuinely has... This is the second year in a row we've done this. I did one of these myself, stood right there on that big red spot the first year and hated every moment of it. So I genuinely feel their pain. But I could not be more proud of these human beings right now. Look at their actual human faces. And honestly, we're so fortunate to do what we do. We're so fortunate to have lovely partners like Nico, because this job is every single day an absolute privilege. And we couldn't be more thrilled to get to take an opportunity like this and to bring these people to this stage, because just like the kids from last year, this isn't the end, this is a beginning. And that is a lovely thing to give to somebody. So thank you for supporting them. Thank you.
The partners.
Nico are our partners, who I think are here today. Are they my lovely friends from Nico? So give them a round of applause to our lovely friends from Nico, please. Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate your time. Again, round of applause.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
I mean, like, if there's any example to dream big, I mean, living proof of that is right here in the room. Yeah, so thank you.